I imagine you probably said you'd rather make love in your own home. I mean, some people get off on hospitals, and if that's you, knock yourself out. But most of us would prefer to be in a place of privacy, a place of safety, a place of relaxation, a place where we're in charge, where we know where everything is. If we need a comfort measure that we didn't put in our hospital bag, oh look, it's there, it's on the shelf, I can take it out. I know a lot of women don't feel that they can have a home birth until they've had a hospital birth, which is just so crazy. A lot of women are running, screaming from the hospital going, don't let that ever happen to me again. I'm having my baby at home, or I'm choosing to free birth because they're becoming so traumatized by birth. But I'm talking about the blissful birth, aren't I? Blissful birth needs a lot of oxytocin, basically. And oxytocin is the hormone of love. I think we've spoken about oxytocin. Sorry, I've made so many trial videos. Have I spoken about oxytocin? Oxytocin is the hormone of love. It creates a positive feedback loop for itself. So when oxytocin is produced, it causes the uterus to contract, and the contractions of the uterus send messages to the brain to produce more oxytocin, which causes the uterus to contract more, which sends messages to the brain to create more oxytocin, and on it goes. And I talked about the brain, right? The brain is so important when we're talking about oxytocin, because when oxytocin is it's made in the brain. It's made, for those geeks amongst you, it's made in the hypothalamus, and it's stored in the pituitary gland. So when it's released from the pituitary gland, it floods the brain. The brain goes, oh, oxytocin, we're happy, we're safe, we're calm, we know this stuff. And it puts us into what's called our parasympathetic nervous system. Think parachute, gliding down, peaceful, calm. The parasympathetic nervous system is where you want to be when you're giving birth. Again, have a little think. Where are you most likely to be in your parasympathetic nervous system? Do you often feel it at home? Or if you go to hospital, do you feel calm? Do you feel relaxed? I mean, really, we think, obviously, if you're in danger and something terrible is happening, yeah, hospital's a good place to be, but it's not probably a place you go to make love. It's probably not a place that you'd look for a blissful experience. We're told that women voted with their feet back in the 60s and 70s, that they wanted to get out of the home and into the hospitals. Is that true? Or was there a massive propaganda campaign? It does seem that it's a bit of both. There was a propaganda campaign, and some women were living in really squalid conditions. Are you living in squalid conditions? Not many people are living in squalid conditions these days. Where would you feel safest to give birth? Where would you feel most relaxed, most calm? Where do you think your oxytocin will flow as opposed to your adrenaline? Adrenaline is the hormone of fight and flight, and it inhibits oxytocin. So if you've got a lot of adrenaline coursing through your body, you're going to reduce your oxytocin, which is going to reduce your contractions, which is going to send messages to the brain that everything's stopped, so let's just give it up. And then we get lovely language like, failure to progress. She failed to progress. That naughty girl. Ooh, we're over 4 minutes today. Gonna head off.